You clicked on this video because you know that your energy is drained and there is something off within the energy field. And this is the message: you need a deep cleansing. So I tried to do this video and it got interrupted many times, and it even did not get recorded. So I know that this is something that all of you, or those that are seeking, really need to hear this message. Now, you could feel very drained around this time. You can feel very intense, agitated, tired. You got stuckness in your body. You feel frustrated. There could be even sense of anger or fear or sleepless nights. There is a lot of overthinking or ruminating thoughts, and this could be a result of the people or the energies that you've been involved in, things that you are watching, or could be like even residue of like past lingering emotions that is still connected to a situation that didn't get handled accordingly, right? Like not with a fair outcome. So a lot of people are feeling this very drained type of energy, and they're asking, how do we do the proper cleansing? Now, let me just go through it with you step by step. First of all, you need to determine where this leak comes from. All right. Like when you communicate with certain people, do you feel triggered? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel like negative energies? It could be even like, like for example, if I just would go into the city of Amsterdam, I could just be like walking in the city, but because there is so much energy there, I just felt like completely like, drained. I would come home and I feel completely drained in my energy. And that's because as a spiritual being, when you are rising your energy, as well as when you are opening up your third eye and your crown chakra, for those that are just entering into the spiritual field or have already been in the spiritual field without protection, see, like it's being blocked all the time. Like I can't believe it. I tried to record this video and it didn't record. Then I tried again and it didn't work. And it's like the message needs to come through because I know I need to reach some people out there. So what I was saying, you would feel completely drained of those energies. So determining where it comes from could actually stop the leakage. So setting firm boundaries, really, working on your own self-care. And maybe with that being said, you might need to isolate yourself a little bit in order to understand your own nervous system and your energy field. Meaning that when we are interacting with certain energies or certain people, we may not always understand that it comes from them leaking on your energy, or that they have some sort of dark energy that they are reflecting upon you. But being able to really go inward to see how you feel when you are at peace, when you are by yourself, will give you a lot of insights on which type of people really trigger you in a way that you feel drained and constantly tired or brain fog, or like even receiving some physical symptoms from that. So the next step, when you actually are done with the kind of like the analysis of your environment and which certain situations or people or circumstances you have to avoid, you can actually do the proper cleansing. Take like a very good intentional shower. Visualize yourself that you are releasing and cleansing the the darker energies that are attached to you, asking spirit to really purify your energy so you can operate from your own energy rather than other energies that are kind of like weighing you down. Another thing is that once you actually get into the field of spirituality, whether you are here for a long time or you're just stepping into it, your third eye and your crown chakra are wide open. Especially when you meditate and you open up your awakening and your chakras, you are very eligible for ethnicities as well. So it doesn't always have to come from people, but it can also come from ethnicities, right? Energies that are dark, that are still lingering here on earth. Being able to see spirit or hear spirit or feel spirit, that can cause you for some anxiety, that can cause you for some just like tense energy. I used to have that when I was little, when I didn't even know what spirituality or whatever was, but I could definitely know like, okay, that doesn't feel good, or that is, dark energy. or I could even see it. And one thing that is very important when you do see certain ethnicities or maybe even ghosts, right? Like it exists, it happens. The way to actually eliminate that, firstly and foremost, is addressing it, opening up the door and say, leave, in the name of God or Jesus, whatever you want to believe in. And also with the help of Archangel Michael, because he has a sort of clearing and protecting you. So addressing those type of energies in order to leave is actually setting up a boundary where you do let them know, like, hey, I'm aware that I can see you, or like I see you, and you do not belong here, and you send them away into the light. Sorry, hold on. You send them into the light, because the thing is, when you send them into the light with the navigation of archangels, you actually eliminate their power to linger around on earth for other people. So always when you do these type of sending away, sending it into the light. All right, so allow their energy to be gone from from earth overall. Okay, like that's very important. So yeah, well, all the other things you probably already know, like saging, really clearing, getting rid of all the dust, and probably also lighting up a white candle in order to release, um, all the residue energies. Or you can even use a black candle, especially if there is dark energies that are involved in your energy field. Okay, doing a proper cleansing or a proper banishing. Okay, a proper banishing would be very good. I do have banishing oils on the website. You can navigate through that, but you can also find something else or someone else that can do it, but make sure that it is coming from a pure source. So yeah, this cleansing energy is very important. Also make sure that you ground yourself. One way to really get rid of these cleansing these negative energies is actually being in nature, because nature and the green and the trees and all these elements of the earth have the ability to really ground and anchor your energy. And asking the universe, or asking Mother Nature to actually help you with that cleansing is very good. So you can actually also use some herbs, especially if you're going to make a bath for yourself. What I would use doing like a cleansing bath is use mugwort, rosemary, eucalyptus, angelica roots. Okay, those elements or those herbs could be very beneficial for cleansing and releasing and banishing. Okay, like using these type of herbs could actually really be helpful for your journey. Now the next step is obviously to protect yourself. That is the next step that you need to do. Always make sure that you pray for protection, or you have like a protective amulet, or you use like a protective stone, which is like a crystal, okay, like a black tourmaline, for example, or a hematite. You can use a smoky quartz, okay, that really removes negative energy from your field. So whenever I feel like anxious energy, or I feel like just very anxious, as if something is going to happen, I always pick up my rosy quartz and I put it on my stomach, because that's where the energy actually comes from. Gosh, see, I know that spirit was not spirit, but there is a spirit that does not want you to get this message, because I feel like these energies always feed off of your fear, okay, feed off of your anxiety, right? And that's when you are actually at your weakest. Your energy is at your weakest when you are actually in that anxiety energy. So, using certain tools and spiritual tools to enhance your protection, to enhance your cleansing as well, is going to be very necessary. Okay. So yeah, cleansing your energy. Let's see what else we have. Look at that. Look at that. We got projecting emotions. So you might have been in circumstances with people, especially, okay, it could not it does not have to be, it could also be entities, but in this case, I'm going to talk about people. You could be in connection with entities or people that project their own emotions onto you. You may have been like the absorber, you may have been the sponge within those emotions, like their anger that they even feel about someone else, you could attract that. And that energy is something that you need to get off your energy, get off your aura, okay? Because I always know, like, I feel like we can be constantly around someone that is angry or fighting or argumentative or hating or, complaining all the time. And you can be just listening here as like you want to be a good friend or you want to be a good partner, a good child or parent, but it's not healthy. Okay. Because at one point, the blood moon is there. So it means that something is um, gaining momentum, right? Like there is some sort of charged energy and that could explode, like explode because your patience is being exploited. Okay, so yeah, you may have been dealing with people that have felt betrayed in some sort of sense, and they may have been projecting all of this upon you. And this has caused you to eventually feel completely drained and needing to cleanse off your energy field. You do have the divine intervention card coming through, which basically is saying that your spirit guides are here to help you. Again, call in Archangel Michael, which is the best supporter and the best um, angel to really clear off these energies, to really have the sword of protection to cut through all these negative energies. So whenever you do the cleansing, whenever you do take the shower or the spiritual bath, or you do the saging, make sure to light up a white candle so you can actually, make sure that the spirit is absorbing all this negative energy. Wow. Mm. Also, what I would do is do a limpia, so an egg cleanse, which is very beneficial. That you take the egg. I'm going to go through it very quickly. I just do it so frequently that I don't even have to think about it. It just comes up and I'm just going to share it with you the way that I'm receiving it. You just take an egg on room temperature and then you light up a white candle. You ask your spirit guides and God to help you cleanse your energy field from any negativity. You take the egg with intention. You make sure that you cleanse it first under the water. So you really sage the egg. You sage a bottle of water as well, which is just in a clear jar. And you sage it and you fill it with just water. And then you take the egg and you go around your chakras and your whole body. You make like a circulated motion, all right? And you really pray within yourself to release all these negative tensions and emotions, envy, jealousy, or any negative energies, emotional residues, whatever it is, through your whole body, okay? Like front, back, top, everything, neck, especially, okay? And then you kind of like crack it and you put it in the water and you don't look at it from the top, okay? So avoid looking at it from the top, only from this view. You wait like 10 minutes and after that you can actually see through this like what comes out of the reading. There are spikes, there are yolks, there are there are a lot of different things that you can read. You can always find out more meanings about the reading of an egg yolk on internet, so I would really suggest you to do that for your personal information. And then you actually take some salt and you put it on it so it kind of like gets removed. And after that, you take it and you just dispose it into the toilet without looking from top again. Okay, so make sure that you are a little bit away from it and then just flush it away. Okay, so that's the way that you do a proper cleansing. Wow, that's a lot of things. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I really see here that there have been some people that or maybe a specific person, I don't know, but there has definitely been some people that are feeling a lot of regret. Okay, like because they couldn't get something from you, probably because you did notice something and you took your stance with that. These people have been trying to like reflect some dark energies upon you. That's what I'm getting through. And one of the things that have been influencing you is a sacred union. So their energy and their surrounding of negativity around you has been influencing your sacred union. First of all, with yourself, obviously, and second of all, with someone specific in your life. So making a, a proper cleansing of your energy would definitely, remove the toxicity from your path and actually look at that. Oh my God, this is so crazy. The karma grace with reconciliation. So your reconciliation with a sacred union had been blocked due to some other people that were trying to betray you or, project something upon you, and karma is getting them. And the only thing that you need to do is make sure that you cleanse yourself properly so this spiritual union and reconciliation can take place. So this is a very, very important message for some of you out there. Absolutely very important message. And I know this comes out so many times, especially in twin flame readings, and I feel like nobody is really taking it seriously. I mean, like the last time I did a specific extended twin flame reading, I got the same thing. That's what I remember. But people are not taking precautions. And that's why Spirit keeps on repeating it. And then we have fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new project, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Okay, so a new project or something new is unfolding, and this new thing is a sacred union and reconciliation that is going to happen around or after Easter. This is absolutely a very clear message that keeps on coming through. So be patient with yourself and the process, and let me know if you need anything. I do have protection as well as banishing oils on my website. I am preparing for the candles, which would be so much easier for you to do these rituals, but feel free to explore yourself, but also be careful as well, because yeah, you may need to really fine tune first, like the energy cleansing, before you start with any type of rituals, okay, to really enhance your energy. Again, we're going to go deeper into it in the next time or next round. Please let me know how this reading was helpful for you, and thank you so much for your purchase. Take care.